Hey guys, it's Co-op, and today we're going to be taking a look at some up-and-comers in Smash 4. Now, this isn't a list of people you've never heard of who are looking to break into the edge of the top 50, but it's more so a list of people who are either not ranked in the top 50 or in the 40 to 50 range, who I believe will be ranked within the top 20 by the end of the year. The 4 players featured in this video are Manny, Waddy, Cosmos, and Mistake. Without further ado, let's get into the stats. First up, we're going to take a look at all the S tier events that feature at least 2 of the 4 players I mentioned. I want to bring attention to the fact that all of these players have achieved top 8 once, and Mistake is the only player to do so twice, the one not documented being SCR Saga. Manny leads the pack with the highest placing out of the 4 at both events he's attended. Waddy has similar results with double the showings at S tier events when compared to Manny, which I feel is important for consistency's sake. Mistake and Cosmos have attended all S tier events this season except for one each, that being DreamHack Atlanta and SCR Saga respectively. They both have higher peaks than the other 2 players, but also far worse lows, with 3 finishes outside the top 16 for Mistake and 5 for Cosmos, with 2 of those placings actually being 33rd. With all of this, we can see Waddy and Manny have a consistency that Cosmos and Mistake do not, but the 2 leaders also don't attend as much, which should be considered. Next up, let's take a look at each player's best tournament run so far at tournaments considered for the PGR. Let's look at Manny's run at Too Hot to Handle. Manny takes down Samsora and Dire before falling to the Buzz in Winners Finals. He's not finished yet though, as he clutches out a 3-2 win on ESAM and beats the Buzz from loser's side of Grants twice, both times being a 3-1 victory. Waddy's best run comes from his Super Smash Con performance, where he takes out Captain Zack, Light, and Mistake before falling to MK Leo in Winner Semis and Nairo in Losers. While it only includes one PGR win, it's his best run because the win on Mistake at this point is a resume boost because of how well Mistake has done this season. Probably the strongest performance in the video, Cosmos 3-0's the best player in the world 0, and also cleans house against another top 15 threat, Void. Not only that, but he beats another arguably top 3 player in Salem with a close 3-2. His run ends with a swift 3-0 loss to Dabuz and a 3-1 loss to Mars in Losers Finals to give him 3rd place at the Big House 7. Lastly, let's look at Mistake in his run at SCR Saga. He drops in a losers right at the start of top 48 to Void, but he does beat Kameme and Komarakiri to seal a spot in top 8. At this point, he picks up a win on Salem, as well as getting revenge on Void from earlier in bracket. MK Leo stops the Montrous losers run with a close 3-2 to put Mistake at 4th place. Now that we've seen their placings and best runs, let's see how they stack up against the current top 50. Manny, as you would expect, has the best record with a 57% win rate, with his only negative win rate being to the top 10. Waddy also sports a win rate that is higher than 50%, but doesn't sport as clean of a record as Manny does. What isn't shown here is that Waddy has 2 wins on both Cosmos and Mistake, which I feel is important to add. Now we get the same problem we saw in the first set of stats, a lot more losses or worse placings for Cosmos and Mistake due to them traveling more. Cosmos actually has a surprisingly bad record against those ranked 41 to 50, as well as numerous non-PGR losses such as Sand, Darkshad, Blank, and Wrath. Mistake, while attending almost every S tier event, achieves almost a positive win record on the PGR players, but he does have twice as many top 10 wins as anyone else mentioned today, as well as an impressive record over all of the top 30. He suffers from the same problem as Cosmos though. He has a lot of losses to players obviously worse than him that end his losers run early. Hope you guys enjoyed looking at the data. I want to add a couple thoughts of my own at the end because I think there's a lot to be interpreted from this data. Mistake this season is quite similar to Captain Zack from last season, but he suffers a fair amount of losses outside of the best players, which we really didn't see happen to Zack. Cosmos has had an incredible peak, but also an abysmal low, with numerous losses that will not help his ranking, and I think he's honestly a little bit overrated at the moment. Both Manny and Waddy are showing very strong performances throughout the season, and I have no doubt they'll be ranked in the top 20, if not higher. Manny showing that he might end up being the best Sonic if he continues this, and continues to outperform what people would expect Ken to. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.